What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Steph, growing in Zone 6B. Good evening. If you are here for the first time, welcome for the first time. Good evening, guys. I am out in my yard. It is June 1st in Ohio. And so I thought I would take you along on a journey of a quick garden tour, just to see where things are, see where we're headed, and you know, just kind of get into it. I've seen some lovely garden. Had to sit down my pest control or pest management stuff so that I can get into it. But so just walk with me through the garden. I'll start at the front and then we'll go from there. So this is the front of my garden. For those of you that are new here, I have a greenhouse to the left, and this is kind of a new area that I planted in my Dollar Tree stackable containers. In here I have, after like 5 or 6 days, this is radishes. I have some, I don't have anything planted here yet. I'll probably throw something in there in the next couple days. But anyway, I have radishes. I have some mustard greens there and there. See? And I have some wildflowers coming in on the top. That's my lavender that I grew from seed that hurt my feelings. It did not come back from last year. I think the late frost probably took it out. If I come over to this side, there is nothing that came up. This is from the video that I made just yesterday, where I planted some carrots and some other things. That hasn't come up yet. This here is my flowering cherry tree. I got this from Marks this year. Judging by these holes, it doesn't look amazing, so I have to do some research on this tree and see what's going on. There is some new growth like down here, so I'm happy to see that. So at least I know the tree is not dying. And down here I just planted some sunflowers, and they are exhibiting some new growth. I left them in the containers too long. I think this is a begonia, and they suffered the consequence because I left them in the container too long. But this new growth looks good. See, here and here, they bouncing back. Those are actually a dwarf sunflower, and so they doing all right. Over here, same thing. What kind of flag should I put here? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you have some kind of idea of what kind of flag I should put there. I have a sunflower flag on the other side. I love sunflowers, so maybe that's what you guys will see. This is more dwarf sunflowers. They are doing well. Finally, after I got them in the dirt. New growth. Down here is like the older leaves where I left them too long. And I haven't planted anything in that one yet, but I will. So if I come over to my garden and I open this gate door that I'm so very proud of making on my own. I'm gonna close this gate because the last time I left it open, a cat ran in behind me. So this is my strawberry bed. I don't have any strawberries in here yet. I have a couple that are kind of trying to make their way, but they look pretty sad. But this bed looks good, so I'm sure they're coming. I haven't done any weeding, guys, so just a disclaimer that I haven't done any weeding, and I was on vacation for a week, so I haven't done any fertilizing. Over there, that's my Napa cabbage that has bolted, but I'm leaving it for the bees. If I get in closer, I have some parsley here that looks like it's been chewed on. Some basil that looks really, really good. and some deal over there. Everything will kind of bounce back, like I said, once I fertilize. Now, what I did for this first bed, and I have a total of 5, 6, 7 now beds. This bed, though, is one of the first beds that I made. I have some onions around the perimeter, like that. And I planted some corn. This corn is a little spotty, but as you can see, it has come up. And it is putting on some new growth. I may go ahead and drop a seed there. Right here in this empty spot. Unless that's corn and it's coming up, then that should be fine. That is corn all the way across and some onions. It looks really, really good. Even I planted it out to here. I did try to do 3 rows. This is I forgot something in cream corn. I have to remember the name, but I don't remember it right now, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't know if this is corn or not. It kind of looks like it. I'm gonna leave it, because if I pull it out and it's corn, I'm gonna be mad. And right there, so in this bed I also planted at the same time these bush beans. They are looking really good. They have already come up. Right here, I planted more beans there. And if I walk around to the other side of this bed, then you will see some burgundy bush beans here. So those are regular green bush beans. These are burgundy bush beans. Right here as well are some bush beans. I don't know how this corn got all the way down here. Probably some kind of animal then pushed it down here. But anywho, I may pick it out and put it somewhere else. Here's a volunteer tomato. As we walk through, you'll see a lot of those volunteer tomatoes. I think this is like 1, 2, 3, like 4 volunteer tomatoes there. Here is a okra there, and over there is okra. So that's looking good. I tried to take advantage of this warm weather that's coming, or that has come, I should say. And this is a either a zucchini or a cucumber. I can't remember, but there was supposed to be something else in this row, and it hasn't come up yet, so I don't know about that. If I turn around, I have this bed. This is all of my sweet potato slips. As you can see, they have some nice growth on them. These are looking a little beat up because I just planted these yesterday. But these, see, they were looking like that, but then they have some green on them now. And over here is some bee balm and some purple coneflower in this bed. And this actually, my other one looked just like this last year, and now it's tall. And that's a little mini orange tree. I don't know what it's doing, but it looks healthy, so I'm gonna leave it. Actually, looking at it, I'm just checking it out, trying to see. I mean, it's got some growth on it, so we'll see. Bagging up is my Meyer lemon. It's got some really good growth. This didn't have any leaves on it. When I brought this in the house, all of the leaves had fallen off, and it looks so pretty and healthy. I'm so excited about it. So that's looking really, really good. I tucked in a sweet potato right here because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. But these are I don't think these are going to do anything, although they do still feel spongy, so they might. Those are right there and right there, I mean minus the weeds. Those are supposed to be grapevines, but they don't seem to be doing anything, so I'm always fixing stuff while I'm out here. So I don't have very good luck with like rooted bare root. I don't. So I don't know why. Here is my potatoes. Oh my gosh. They are looking pretty amazing. They are flowering. I have never gotten my potatoes to flower. I mean, they are doing so good this year. Right here, like all around here, all of this is potatoes. Now, if you watch my potato video, you'll know that I planted them in these bags right here. Now, as you can see, something has dug a hole in this bag, which I'm pretty ticked off about, because I don't want a hole in my bag because I just got it this season. And then if I come around to the back, I'm dropping stuff, y'all. This is my 2-year-old apple tree, and looking real close, it looks infested with some ants or aphids or something. I'm gonna have to it's infested with ants. See, if it stops moving, I don't know if this will focus in or not, but you see that? That's no good. So I'm gonna have to do something about that. I'm glad I'm doing this tour. See, this is why we do these tours, so you can see what's going on out here. But clearly something going on that. I don't know what them ants is about, but they're gonna have to get out of my stuff. This potato here, the bottom of it is looking pretty wilty. I don't know why that is. It's dying back already, as you can see. But I think this one has less soil in it. But it is starting to put on some flowers at the top. So the top is doing well. It might be the variety. Down here, I planted 3 tiger melon seeds. They have sprouted. And I got some nasturtiums down there. This is my oregano from last year. This oregano was extremely hardy. It is doing well. It looks like it's about to flower, so I'm gonna cut it all back and probably process it. That's my chamomile, but it's looking sad because some kind of animal keeps chewing it down. And I can't even get like nothing out of it because the animals keep chewing it down. But I have something for that. And in the back, they have destroyed that bed back there. I have another apple tree in the back right there. And I'm gonna walk around here so that I can take a look at it and see if it's got ants all over it. It doesn't. It does have some bugs on it, but not bad. This tree is actually a replacement for another tree, so this tree is only 1 season old, but it's putting on some new growth. Over here in this bed, where the netting is apparently not working, I had a tomato. I forgot what I had right there. Oh, I had a cabbage right there, or leafy green. Yeah, I had a cabbage right there, and I had one right here, but they're gone from the chew down. Whatever animal this is, it doesn't really bother my tomatoes, which I like. When I'm out here, I usually just prune those leaves off because you don't really want that touching your, you don't really want the tomato leaves touching the soil. And I have this jalapeno pepper plant, which, because they were in here digging, the stem fell out. And back there, this is growing so fast. Right there is my pole beans. And then this yellowish tomato is there that needs to be fertilized. Now I also have turnips here, excuse me guys, turnips here that has been a little chewed down. Turnips here, more turnips there. And in the front, there's some red lettuce popping up. And right here, some more lettuce. And more lettuce here. I did have a radish, but I pulled that out already. Now, if we come over here, my garlic is doing well. I pulled a couple out. They looked kind of small, so I left the rest. This was a broccoli plant, but as you can see, it has been decimated. I have some carrots there. This is a weed, I think. And then I don't know what this is, but I know that it's not. It looks like lettuce, but I haven't used my plant identifier yet to see what it is. So for right now, I'm just leaving it. These doggone little, what I call them, little airplanes are getting everywhere. And this is some carrots, and I gotta weed this bit out. Back there, my lettuce has bolted. I have some peas that look like they're trying to survive, but they got chewed up too. And these carrots are looking sad because they all got chewed down. This is a cherry tree, but this cherry tree is new, so it's got a while yet. Spinning over here, like I said, my bare root doesn't do well. So for strawberries, this is where I originally started my strawberries, but I only had one that came up right here. It looks healthy, but that's the only one that came up. I have something down here. It looks like strawberries trying to grow, but that's about it. And I think this is a wild strawberry, and I might need to take that out. This is my berry bushes. I have raspberries coming in. I have a lot of raspberries. I pruned this raspberry bush at the beginning of the season. There is a video on this raspberry bush here. But look at that. Raspberries. There's raspberries here. Just raspberries all over this bush. All over it. And then this here is, I believe, I don't know if this is, I want to say this is blackberries. A different variety of blackberry. But right there, if this will focus, looks like I got some growth right there. And some new growth right there. And some new growth right there. So that's looking good. Down here, this is the same bush. It's looking good. It's got a bunch of new growth. And, you know, I just want to show you guys, look how small this pot is. And look how big this bush is. That's amazing to me. That's my blueberries. I don't have any blueberries yet. But this is a newer bush from last year. So it's growing. It'll get there. I'm patient. It looks really good though. No disease. Lots of new growth. It's very, very healthy. And I did fertilize it with a citrus fertilizer. And it's doing well. This is a new blackberry, but it's bare root. It hasn't done anything yet, but I actually think it'll come back next year. So I'm gonna wait that out. As you can see, something was digging in this bed here. And this is blackberries right here. Ooh, look. Ooh, fun, fun, fun. Ooh, look. right here. Fun. Oh, that's exciting. So this is a new bush too from last year, and it looks like I'm gonna get a couple of fruits this year. That's exciting. And I planted some onions down here that apparently have gotten stepped on and broken. Oh, stepped on and broken right here, which is so very sad. If I spin over here, this bed got some weeds in it. Like I said, I haven't done any weeding, but if you really look, there's some deal right here, volunteer deal. And this is another blueberry bush and a volunteer tomato. Over here is some weeds and some asparagus. It's doing well. And here's another raspberry. Another raspberry right here. Raspberry growth. Looking good. There's some raspberry growth over there. Now, y'all stay with me now. Stay with me. Walking over to my final two beds. This is my tomatoes and my peppers. I had a, what am I trying to say? I had a collard greens that went to seed right there. And more onions. I just tucked in onions wherever because I didn't have anywhere else to put them. There's several rows of onions here. You can't really see it, but in this bed there is there's a volunteer tomato, and there's also some red lettuce there, and red lettuce I have tucked in there, and I have some flowers. Now I have to still tie these tomatoes up. I tied this one because it has flowers on it. This is one of the tallest ones I have. These have some leaf curl on them, and typically, apparently it also has a tomato on it. And this one has some leaf curl too. And what that usually means is that because it was so hot outside, the tomatoes are preserving themselves. Now I'm going to come through and prune these, because if you watch my other video, I talked about how I never usually prune my tomatoes, but these tomatoes will get huge. This stake is 6 feet tall, and these tomatoes will get huge. So I will be pruning these tomatoes because I can't have them all wild and stuff. And plus I want to get like larger tomatoes this year, and I think I can do that if I prune them. I have a couple of tomato plants here. See how this one is leaning? I'm gonna have to get it out here tomorrow and go ahead and stake these tomatoes. Now, for tomatoes, these are San Marzano. I have a beefsteak right there. I have some kind of tiger striped tomato in here as well, and some cherries. On this side, and I think I have a purple tomato on that side too. This is more garlic. As you can see, that's my garlic right there. It's growing nicely. It'll be ready to come out shortly. And these are all my peppers. They need some fertilizer as well. As you can see, they're trying to flower a little bit there. I personally think that they're a little small for flowering, so I might pinch those flowers off. This one is really struggling, but it kind of has been. I'm gonna let it be, but it doesn't look good. Peppers there. Again, the leaf curl is an indication of the heat. And if you look at some of the spots, like here, they have some sun scald too from the heat. but they'll bounce back. They'll be okay. So I have peppers all the way down. I have jalapenos. I have mostly sweet peppers, and I have lots of bell peppers. And my favorite is the yellow bell, which I have in here as well. And again, more onions tucked in. Over here is all of my onions, cauliflower that went to seed, and volunteer tomatoes, volunteer dill right there. More volunteer tomatoes that I'm probably gonna have to put somewhere else. I may or may not move them. We'll see. Or I might just throw in a stake and leave them. This bed, it's not doing amazing, but I'm gonna keep at it. Watermelon right there. That watermelon plant actually looks pretty good. It seems to like the heat. There goes some Islam, I can't pronounce it, that came back from last year. More dill. Nothing there. Here's another volunteer tomato. More dill, more volunteer tomatoes. So if y'all live in this area, y'all need some volunteer tomatoes, hit me up. And down here, here's another volunteer tomato. And I don't think that this watermelon is going to make it, because it's turning all yellowish. But I'm going to hit it with some fish emulsion to see what it does. But I planted another one behind it right there just in case. So we'll see what it does. And then on this side is some eggplant. Well, first of all, there's some peas right here that if they stop getting chewed down, they'll actually be decent. I don't know what that is. I think that's a weed. But that's some eggplant. Another volunteer tomato right here. I have tomatoes all over this garden. More volunteer dill. And none of this other stuff. I planted some zucchini over here, but it can't come up yet. None of this stuff has come up. So that's it, you guys. I know this was a long video. It's June the 1st. This is right around the time where things really start to get growing. And hopefully, you know, we'll have more growth. You'll see when I do a tour next month the growth that I have. Then in the morning, I usually tend to my garden before work. And so I'll go ahead and water, put down some animal deterrent, and the same one I used last year. This is what I use, Plantsky, and it works well. It works well. It doesn't last 6 to 8 weeks like it says, though. You do have to reapply it if it hard rains. So yeah, that's it. It's dark, guys. I know you guys probably can't see me anymore, but you guys take care, and I will see you guys on the next video. Okay, bye for now.